Knowing that your grandparents are from here and that you chose to settle here now, what was the influence of your grandparents? What was Ramil's childhood like?
My grandparents, maternal grandparents, ang mamay, ang nanay, dito sa Taga-Talumpok. Pero ang inay, dun siya namuhay sa Gulod Itaas. Kasi my father, dun sila nag-decide tumira, may lupa doon. So, over the years na lumalaki ako, laging bumibisita sa lolo, sa mamay at nanay dito sa Talumpok.
Okay.
So yung pagbisita ko na yon, palagi nakakaroon ng ng malalim na parang may naipupunla.
I'm sure.
Kasi my grandfather, parang nakuha ko yung kanyang personality na makwento siya, marami siyang insights. Ang lolo ko naman, napakasipag, papakita niya sa iyo yung lupa, ang nakatanim. Whereas my grandpa, siya yung storyteller.
Okay.
Na palagi siyang, may mga kwento siya na talagang, ako lagi ang kanyang audience. Kaya parang naging paborito niya ako na apo kasi ako talaga nakikinig sa kanya.
Okay.
So yung mga bagay na yon over the years, naging malalim for me.
Okay.
And then I started wondering, paano ba nabubuhay ang mamay at nanay? Parang ganon.
Yes.
Sabi ko, bakit parang meron silang abundance? Parang sila yung tao na walang problema sa pera. Hindi sila sakitin.
True.
Kasi noong unang panahon. So, yun yung influensya sa buhay ko.
Okay.
Tapos over the years, nung medyo nagmamature na ako, lalong lumakas yung, although lagi akong wala sa Batangas, pero pag iniisip ko ang Batangas, ito yung lugar na iniisip ko. Hindi downtown, hindi gulod.
Okay.
Hindi gulod kung saan ako lumaki, pero dito.
So it's like every time the idea or the concept of Batangas is brought up, you think of Talumpok.
Yes.
And your grandparents.
Yes.
Okay. Were those stories that you heard and you grew up with, did they have anything to do with your life choices?
I would say so kasi ang buhay kasi ng bawat isa parang summation niya ng ng lahat ng iyong relationships, experiences, education sa bahay, education sa school. So it definitely any experience would definitely shape up who you are today.
It's bits and pieces. It's like you're putting together a puzzle.
Pero ang pagbubuo ng puzzle, at the same time, meron kang either deep-rooted na prinsipyo.
Yes, true.
Or meron naman mga prinsipyo na natututuhan mo, na tingin mo ay magiging akma sa pamumuhay mo.
Okay.
Kasi for me, ang principles are a set of things that govern or help you make decisions, that help you define who you are.
Oh, correct.
Yeah, yun yung tingin ko sa buhay.
Yes.
The way I live my life is not based on external world, but based on what's in here.
Yes, that's true.
Sa loob, di ba?
So, it's safe to say that those growing up years, those formative years, really had a huge impact and a great influence on the path na pinili mo.
Definitely.
All throughout your life.
Definitely, because ang formative years kasi, and the formation years actually starts even at the womb.
Yes.
Nandun na yung, at saka yung hanggang 3 years old, 6 years old. So yung mga ganiyang experiences, exposure, malaki na effect niya sa life choices.
Okay. If I were to ask you, whom is a bigger influence? Would it be your grandparents or your parents?
Mahirap sabihin. What I would say is, ang mga major influences ng buhay ko,
Okay.
Definitely my father,
Okay.
my mother, and definitely yung grandparents.
These are maternal grandparents.
Sa maternal grandparents. Kasi at that time, pareho pa silang buhay. Whereas dun sa paternal grandparent, isa na lang, yung lola ko na lang. Si Lola Fabing. Yung may picture dun sa
Okay, yes,
si Lola
yes.
Fabing yun. Lahat sila may influence. Tsaka yung mga uncles ko.
Okay.
Kasi observant kasi ako.
Okay.
Although hindi ako nakikisali, pero parang movie, ang tinitingin ko kasi parang movies.
Yes.
Parang naglalaro.
Yes,
Ba't niya
yes,
ginagawa
yes,
yun?
yes,
Ganun.
yes.
So, yung mga movies na yon ng mga influencers ko, they still, once in a while na nagpi-play sa mind ko.
I think it also comes with how we were brought up, di ba? Like, we're just about the same age. We're
Yes,
of the same generation. And yung generation natin growing up, we're not encouraged. I'm not gonna use the word we're not allowed. We're not encouraged to give our own opinions, especially when elders are there. So we're sort of just on the sideline watching.
Makikinig
diba?
ka, yes. Yeah.
Nanonood tayo.
Tsaka ang turo sa mga bata noon, kapag may matatanda na nag-uusap, huwag kayong maingay.
Huwag kayo maingay.
Okay,
Huwag kayo
palaro-laro.
makikisaw-saw sa usapan.
Yeah.
Yung ganun.
Yun yung
Kasi
value system natin.
It's what you call this? It's disrespectful daw. Yung ganun, parang ganun. Or,
Which is totally different ngayon. Kasi kapag kasama ko ang anak ko sa meeting, I-encourage ko siya na,
They engage.
what do you think?
yes. I also do that with my niece and nephew.
Yeah,
Because they're kind of very timid. I think that's also why, that's the way they grew up eh. Kaya lang, I've always encouraged them to speak up.
Right.
Diba? Ganun. Okay. So, that was the influence of both your parents and your grandparents, diba? So, what was Ramil like as a child?
Very simple, very typical.
Okay.
Gusto kong naglalaro after school. I played all those Jolen, yung mga lastiko.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we play those things.
Naiingit ako because I was not allowed to do that
ganun.
growing up.
Ang kaibahan lang, siguro sa ibang mga bata, pero sa Gulod, itaas kung saan ako lumaki, halos pare-parehas kami ng experience. Nandun yung mag-iigib ng tubig, kasi wala pa nung running, wala pa ng mga faucets artesian well. So, mag-iigib, pipila, habang pumipila, naglaro ng lastiko. Tapos pagka nakakuha ng dala sa bahay, pabalik-balik siguro mga 2-3 times babalik-balik.
Yes.
And there's even a time na yung mga kapitbahay, pag wala silang tubig at walang kukuha, nagpapaupa ako yung magdi-deliver ng tubig kasi it's typical na dito sa probinsya. So I'm very typical child.
This is very revealing because looking
child.
at you now, I would never have imagined, di ba, na you would play Jolene. Di ba? You would iigib ka, di ba? Sa artesian well.
Ang kaibahan ko nun sa mga bata, hindi ako athletic o hindi ako sports minded. Normally, nanonood lang ako noon. Yung mga physical na mga basketball, mga ganyan, baseball, hindi ako nag-i-engage sa mga ganyan. For the most part of my life, hanggang college life, wala akong sports eh.
Okay.
Nito lang nag-college ako, I got interested in billiards. Yeah.
But, okay. So you were not into sports. You were not the athletic type. So what concepts or things were you drawn to as a child?
I like reading. I'm very drawn to reading anything. At the time, I was a voracious reader.
Okay.
Parang everything that I could read is new.
Okay.
I would read history. I would read science, comics, liwayway nung araw. I really like following.
I remember liwayway.
I know very well the novels of Carlo Jacob Paras.
Oh wow!
Yung mga Halby Santiago drawings, very beautiful.
Yes.
And I think the stories then were very wholesome.
Okay.
Very values laden.
Okay.
Kaya hindi lang kaya for me ang liwayway is a kuan eh. It's a treasure. If I have my way to collect all the liwayway publication, can digitalize, I would like to have something.
I understand because growing up, my mom it's actually my lola who had a subscription to Liwayway.
Liwayway,
Hindi kumpleto ang isang linggo pag hindi dumating yung issue ng Liwayway.
In my opinion, it's a literary piece.
Yes.
The whole thing.
Yes. And I think that's also the reason. It's something that we share. Although, digital na ngayon It's easy at a flick of a finger.
I think Liwayway, if you look into our generation, if you interview people, I think more than half of the people were influenced by the contents of Liwayway.
Yes.
And the good thing was, or is, it's wholesome.
I understand.
Pure ang
And going back to the wholesome thing.
Pure ang messages ng Liwayway.
And it's something that I think nung time natin, everybody can relate
Yes.
Because it's part of our culture. It's part of our tradition. What we read there are things that we experience every day.
Yeah.
So, parang hindi siya alien Like ngayon,
No.
if you're reading na, ano yon, di ba? You go like, ano yon? Okay.
Yeah.